Hello everybody. I've had a couple requests now on showing how I make my bot builds on Robocraft. What's important to know about these builds, first of all, is you have to have a dedicated healer. If you're running by yourself with these types of bots, you usually can take on 1 versus 1, 1 versus 2 or whatever, and usually do pretty good. But if you're wanting the results of taking on 4 bots at the same time, you have to have a dedicated healer in your platoon with you that's just following you around, or at least can come back to you rather quickly and get your guns remounted and whatever else, because everything does strip it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just dismantle this bot, and I'll show you how it's built. You can call this I like to call this model the Dracula. Now, I guess I'll go through some concepts, because you really don't need to make this bot like I have. You can do your own variations of it. But what's important to know is how to place stuff where with what I like to think is triforcing. So let me take you through that real quick. If I have, say, 2 blocks here, and just run these up like so. And this bot is not an easy build. It's something that you can spend hours putting time and effort into getting this perfectly. But essentially what I have now is 2 columns that are straight up and down. You want to twist your prisms, or whatever you want to call it, triangles, I don't know, into a certain position and build them up. And put that there and make that into a gun mount maybe. Then just switch them around. And although it's not awesome, you can just put blocks in the center, and I usually do. Now what's important to note is this whole row right here is not touching the row above it or the row beyond it, because essentially what you have here is, let me just build this up real quick. You have 2 rows, and they are on an edge. Damage travels through flat edges. These are only, try to get to the best view here, these are only closed surfaces by this corner here. Damage won't pass through this block into this block because of the fact that they're not touching. At least, I could be wrong on that, but at least that's the theory behind this anyway, is that this whole bank is not touching each other. They're all routed to the sides. So, the weak spot here is actually kind of these rows, which no one seems to really target. So anyway, what I do after this point is I go ahead and put a whole shield, which you actually have to put in another row up here to do this, and put in a whole shield over the top of everything, which again is not touching anything because it's only touching that bottom layer. And that makes it very tanky. So then you come underneath and you can do the whole thing all over again. So let's go ahead and skim this. And that's what you're looking at going all the way down. Is this weird little back and forth pattern there. And then you can take this further, and this is what I like to do with my bot builds. Is we can take a row of blocks and have them coming down like so. And we can build a row going down here. And then from here we can do this again. And create a structure here. And then what we do is we build off of that. And again, we're only putting them in alternation so that they're not actually touching each other. And then we go up here and do the same. And do it again. And then if you want to get really tanky with it, you come around to the inside. And although I won't be able to build one here because these are here, but if I got rid of those, let's go ahead and get rid of those. I can put a layer on the inside here too, and do this as many times as I want, or have room to do anyway. And now I have a very thick wall, and a rail can get through this, you know, it's because they shoot straight through, but a plasma or a SMG is never going to be able to shoot through this with one shot. It's just not going to happen. In fact, later on I'll be showing you guys what it's like when I take this thing into battle with a buddy streamer of mine, and he's going to run a healer with me, and we'll see how this thing goes. But again, you can sit and make these walls as absolutely thick as you want to. So that's just some of the basics of why these bots do very well in these configurations, because if this round here gets blown off, it directs all the damage down, and then if it, you know, can only go down so far before it's not touching anything, so essentially all the damage that you take as an impact, you know, frontally, you know, of course not a rail, but you know, he'll destroy this block, and then from the flat edge it might take out these two or move down, but then it really has nowhere to go. It just breaks off. That's the end of it because of the fact that these aren't touching on those other blocks. So let's go ahead and dismantle this, and I will show you guys how I made Dracula. Alright, so starting out now, we're going to show how to make Dracula. Dracula's design is all guns are forward facing, and then the tracks, which are low tier tracks, are hidden amongst the layered armor. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is build this down. Off of this, you want to have these blocks with a tier. What tier is that? Tier 3 caterpillar track. You're going to want to have these blocks. Let's see, how many crossed is that? So you're going to want them 1, 2. If you're counting the middle, you're going to want to have at least 3 spaced on each side of the prime meridian here, or whatever you want to call it. Your line of symmetry, and I'll show you later why we do that. So taking those off, what we want to do now is go down and then back up. And what we're trying to do here is put in our next gun mount. So we got to move up high enough so that this gun will be able to mount on here, which of course we're not that far yet. Alright, see now the gun's clear, and you should have gun depression where you're not blowing the back of the skull off of your other gun. So moving on from this, we can put another gun mount there, and then we again move down 2, and then move straight up. I don't think we're there yet. No, we still got 1 more to go. Never quite high enough. Now we're up to 6 guns, and this thing is tall. It definitely is not a. Well, it's kind of hull down because everything on the top half of the bot is non-essential. You'll lose maybe 4 guns, but you can keep all your really important stuff down below terrain. But I don't do that. I run at people and try to murder them. Alright, so now we got our guns mounted in this configuration. We got them moving in a zigzag pattern all the way down, and I'll show you why we do that. So then from here, what we want to do is just grab these and start moving in with them up this line. And there's probably people that could find a better way to do this. I like doing it this way just because I can take apart and rebuild this bot fast. Because as you can see earlier in the video, I only have 3 garage slots. And I only have 1 bot built. And that is because I enjoy ripping apart and building things more than I like grinding RP. And that's kind of a bad thing. But some of you guys have so much RP that you don't even know what to do with. Well, this is the bot for you, because there is so many different ways that you could build this thing up that this thing just becomes real beastie. So anyway, we got these all going the same way. Flip it around again. Just keep moving on down. Again, maintaining that small edge of connection, which, as far as I understand the game, isn't used. And there is a certain way that you could have put electroplates in this that make this even better. So, but unfortunately, I don't like electroplates. I like making big, ugly, scary-looking, hard to penetrate bots. So we are moving this along here. And I apologize, this is not a fast build. You're not going to be able just to, you know, put something together in 3 minutes. You really want to take the time and be able to get this, you know, as best as you can, because of the fact, you know, you don't want to waste your time having to rebuild everything again. So there's probably better ways to do it. This is just how I do it. As far as these centers go, I'm sure I could use some better quality blocks for the center, but really I don't see people really focusing on that. Typically they're always trying to take off my guns. Everyone's out to strip my guns. That's usually what the doom of this bot is when you're going against really good players that strip your guns off, and it makes you sad. But that's why you have to have that healer running with you. You get a healer running with you, and this bot is nearly unstoppable. If you had 2 healers with this thing, I don't see how anyone could ever destroy you. As long as you're always giving yourself enough time to give yourself a little bit of a heal so that you have all of your guns and the majority of this frontal plate intact, yeah, you can just run around murdering everybody. So just continue on doing these plates here. And what I tend to do here is I actually extend it out and do that twice, and then run a second row down. And then build up another section here without these. Build up another section here just to keep kind of a spaced armor in the front of this to make it even more angry. And that's what she looks like so far. She's an angry beast. Now it's about this time that I take the opportunity to go out and attach my tracks. The smaller the tracks, the easier they are to hide. So even though this is a tier 10 build, I'm putting tier 3 tracks on it. You can put whatever tier you want on here. You know, there's no right or wrong way, but this is what I prefer to use. So then from here, we go ahead and we build down our blocks, and we move them across here, link them up, and then we do the same round to the back. Now it's what I find difficult to do is, what you should do now, shave those off, is build this up so that you can build one of these things here. See, this is too small. So take that off and extend this block out maybe twice. We'll figure that out in a minute. And then you can build, yet again, more of these, going on the back side of your bot. And then from here, we build up these guys. And we can steal a block and put a block in there. And then on the next layer, we do the same thing. Here's where we're going to run into some problems, like making everything fit in here. Ooh, geez. There we go. That scared me. Anyway, move these all the way around. Needless to say, the back half of this bot is where the vulnerability starts to show itself. But again, you just try to do your best. Now, I don't link this to the back so that if I get shot, it doesn't take me out as easy. But I do run this right up into there. And then it's also important to try to mount these tracks as best as you can. And I'm going to go ahead and put my robot right there. And we can build around a robot. Kind of a little bit of protection, and it's getting hard to see in here. It just fills up fast. There isn't a whole lot of room in here. And try to tank that up as best as that you can. Alright, so looking at this now, we can work on our sides. And the easiest again is just to come across here and build these down. We see that this guy might be better off being a block, and then we can move him around and build him up. And see, that kind of looks like a little Christmas tree or something. That's pretty well built there. I almost think we could have had the tracks a little further back, but that's okay. What we can do now or later, it just depends. One thing that you can do, which I'm thinking about doing it now, is I'm going to double layer this first one here, and I'll show you how to do that. So getting rid of our first set of guns, and this little thing that we built here, I'm going to actually remove this, and I'm going to put in 2 blocks, and then I'm going to run this down, like so. And this is where it would normally kink back up to go back onto that second gun. Right there. Steal this guy, and we'll go ahead and put those guns on there. And what you can do is you can remove this front plate here. And then what we can do, because of the fact that our tracks are in this first little area, we might as well buff this, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So instead of 1 layer of these things going across, we now put in a full second layer. And we do that just like we did before. Now this is going to be even, it's going to have twice as much thickness here, and it's going to be very hard to punch through this as the center of my bot. And as you can see, we're only using 900 out of our 1500 cubes, so we got a lot of blocking to do here. She is not finished yet, not by any means. Alright, so now that we have that up, we can go ahead and put in our third little damage layer here. And then continue to build this out. And again, we'll go ahead and we'll put on the second layer here. And then we'll build this up. We're quite ready. There we go. And now, again, we're where we want to be. We'll go ahead and put in our little layer again. And now she's looking beastie. So then from here, I would go ahead and... Oop, messed that up. And also, it's very important that this layer needs to have this, needs to be connected in. Otherwise, if you lost this block and you lost, well, yeah, you lost that block on two sides, this entire panel is gone. If you got shot there and you got shot there, everything is gone. Can't have that. So to fix that, we're going to go ahead and put those blocks back on. But that's a structural weak point of everything, not so much in the middle because we have this running down the center, and this is all connected up with each other down the center. And the best place to check for that is in here. Oh, my robot's head's too tall, but you get the general idea. It's good to have these connected because it's a third place that that holds this together as a structure. Make this taller so you can actually see. There we go. So you know that whole structure is there, and that's kind of a weak point, but you know, it's a hard shot to pull off with a rail by any means, and still it's not going to take up the pilot seat, and the tracks, of course, are still attached to the outside, so it's not going to remove your tracks if you manage to have a perfect shot right to your center core. But you know, every bot has a weak spot. So again, we're trying to come up with ways to bulk these up a little bit, and that just did it right there. Now we have 5 connecting points to this whole block instead of, see, now I can remove this, we can get shot there like we did before, we can get shot there and get shot there, and then finally shot there, and then we could lose the whole block. But we have 5 different connecting points to the entire structure now, and that's probably not going to happen. Well, it certainly will, but you'll have to lose a lot of blocks in the meantime. So continuing down with this pattern from here, I may actually want to, let's see, I think I'm going to want, we're going to want a block in here and continue this rolling down. Put in a full block there. And then from the back side, we can run this down diagonal. And again, there's a hole here. There's a hole going all the way down there. And when we attach this, it's not actually touching those other two. And what happens there is you have another dedicated connection to that gun there on the top. Now she's looking thick. Dracula is coming to life. Guess what, guys? We still have 400 CPU left, and this thing is still getting built. So now I'm going to go ahead and I think we're ready for it. I'm going to go ahead and add that other layer of armor protection here. Now that's built up. And we run into the blocks of doom here. Now it's from here we can decide what we want to do. We can actually build this all the way down into this, but that's going to use a lot of blocks. And really, if you're fighting with the rear end of this tank, you're kind of doing it the wrong way. But I guess for the sake of it, let's go ahead and let's see, to continue on with that pattern. If we built that there, yeah, okay. So that's our pattern we're going to follow. And it's going to stop here, and I think that'll be okay. So we'll continue on with our little thingamabobbies. Alternating frame, I guess you could call it. And then continue on. And look at that fanciness. Dracula is alive. And we still have a lot of CPU usage to burn with. So to continue on with our gun mounts, what I'm going to do on this one is put a line there. This actually should be blocks. Now that gun has a connection point on every corner. That's happiness. I see that we got a line running from here. I think we ended up with a double here. Well, that's okay. Let's stick to what we know. And we know that we need a block here. And then we can come back down. And we'll just throw a block in there to connect to. Actually, we really don't need to, though. We can just keep going down and start crossing it. Wouldn't that look sick? That might not do us much justice, but let's see, we can, I think I want to work on this area here. Add some more longevity to it, so we'll take one of these, build it up. Here we can just take one of these, put them in there. And then I'm sure you can get fancy with things, but putting a prism in there instead of a triangle, but I'm just doing that because, well, I own a bunch of triangles and not a bunch of prisms. So looking at this design, we can see that now we have a whole line here that we could expand off of. And we can easily do that by coming off and up and doing the whole thing again. Should we do one more? I think we could do one more. But again, you don't really have to make this thing identical to the way I'm doing it, but it's fun. Alright, so we're getting close to the end of our CPU. Ooh, there's a problem. We'll have to do something about that. Maybe just add a couple on there, maybe. That might help. I would like probably have at least that there. Again, these gun mounts aren't perfect. You could do more with them, but really building this thing up, it's such a monster of complexity that... Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Can't have that. We got to get rid of that somehow. Probably don't want that hanging around, so we'll maybe move this whole line down one. Yeah, can't have a see-through spot. That ain't good. This thing is very forgiving, but it won't take a mistake like that. And actually, you could get on the inside of in there and build. Ooh, I'm stuck. Get on the inside of here and build this pull on the inside, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to build it on the outside here. There, it's less see-through. That's good. I don't like see-through. And a couple areas here and there, you can go down and find a brick. Just stick him in there. He'll keep everything a little bit more blocky. There's literally different areas. Oop, that's the end of our CPU. So, let's see. And I'm going to put some curse flags on this just because it makes me happy. Go over here. Put a couple curse flags. And we got one more block I can steal. I need to steal a block. There's bound to be one. This little block really isn't doing much, and really these toes are just going to get stuck on a rock anyway, so we'll take those. And we'll put that there. Uncivilized gaming at Twitch, but I think what I'll do is I will go to my thing and I will change this to Hackbot Noob. There we go. Just so that everybody in the video knows who did this. Who stole my design. And there's a couple, you know, little spots in here that are see-through. And honestly, they can be improved on. But you wouldn't want to fill this all in with, you know, bricks. Because it would take out the complete point of it. So, alright, let's go ahead and take this monstrous beast. I like the way it looks from down below. You can see the tracks poking out there, and looks like she's mad. She's ready for business. Good old Dracula. The reason I call it Dracula is because of this upward collar here. It looks like the first thing Dracula's cape or
wanted to test
like
this
that,
bot
so.
with is the
anyway,
end of the
well,
pit.
let's see how it does in a couple battles, just so you guys can
this
see
particular
how I play.
Battle wasn't really my best. I actually had a pit battle that I did amazing in, but for some reason it didn't end up getting recorded. So, unfortunately, what I'm finding with the pit now is the majority of what you're going to run into is plasma bombers. They're going to be everywhere. And I got to the point of, after dealing with these plasmas long enough, I learned that I needed to stay under the cover of these weird rock formations to have a better survival rate. Just because they were doing a really good job of laying cover down on, well, running fire down on me pretty much everybody at once. They were targeting me, especially after I became the leader and I was holding that position. So, you can just watch me working a couple down here. As you can see, the plasma hits, they're hitting, they're taking off my guns, but my robot is doing a pretty good job of still maintaining. Still getting used to firing on targets that are up in the air like that. For some reason, I don't find myself to be as accurate with SMGs as I am with other types of rails or plasmas. And of course the pit isn't a very good example of how to run this bot. Again, you're going to want to have run with a team. What works really well is you have a couple Tesla healers that run around smashing into everybody and healing each other, and then of course working with you and helping you stay alive. Really, without a healer, this bot is not nearly as dangerous as it can be, but there's some battles that are going to be later on in the video that show me running with 2 other healers and them keeping me alive. Yeah, that was a pretty good plasma hit there.
Plasma bomber spotted.
There entered the number 3 slot with 3 points. Again, these plasmas just raining down on me the entire time. I really wish you rail drivers would participate in pit battles more, because the amount of I don't even think I'm going to play it as much with SMGs, just because everything is flying, and without some players that are playing rail robots, it's just there's nothing to balance the game with it. So that's this thing. I don't even know what this thing was, but he was coming at me. It looks like a guy with some sort of I don't know. I don't even know what to call that robot for sure. I think up here is where I learned that in order to stay alive with these plasmas all over the place, I'm better off staying under the cover of these rock formations, making them come into me, and of course at a much closer range SMGs are way more effective. Now, if you dumb down this design a little bit, you can use bigger tracks, and it really does help with the mobility of it. But with the tier 3, you lose a lot of hit points to your tracks, but they're also a lot easier to protect with your spaced armor and whatnot. I think this guy murders me. Or I think something murders me right now. Oh, looks like I killed him. Jump down chasing somebody. So you're hearing it from me, rail players. You guys got to get into these pit matches. Otherwise, there's nothing to counteract all these plasma bombers running around. I'm definitely going to make myself a good rail and get in on some of these pit matches, because a lot of these plasma bombers are just terribly made, but again, without a rail present, there's really nothing to keep them from just, doing what they're doing right now, which is they're just hovering like a bunch of rats, or, a bunch of turkey vultures up there killing everything.
Plasmacopter spotted.
That rail made a mistake for sure. And that's a really good example to see there of this thing having a whole clip of rail shots getting put into my side, and it really, he took out some guns, but I'm still alive. Strip those guns. And that's all that's left of me. But as you can see, you know, aside from the bombers hitting me, it's pretty survivable. Later on at the last part of the video that shows some matches where we didn't have good team and we were going against some really good players, but it shows, you know, that I can, with this tank design, you can have, you know, 3 to 5 players shooting at you at once, and it's got good survivability. But again, you know, if this thing never died, you know, I think it would be a little bit OP. It's pretty OP as it is. As you can tell, I'm just taking plasma blast after plasma blast, and it's not completely wrecking me. Yeah, those plasmas are just nuts. Every 2 seconds you hear another one coming down.
Rampart.
Yeah, you gotta watch that turning, it'll get you stuck. And I apologize for the pink respawn bubbles and my base's bubbles and the enemy team's bubbles. They're pink. I don't know what is wrong with my video card or what exactly to blame that on, but that's what's going on there. Some sort of not compatible with my video card anymore or something. There's another pink bubble there. And I think I killed this guy, and then some other guy comes at me and it's GG. Yeah, I think it's this guy. Just murder him. And again, there was another pit battle that I did, and I just did amazing in that match, but fortunately it did not get saved. I looked all over for it. It was a tremendously better battle than this one was, but at any rate, it was one of the few pit battles that I had attempted with this SMG, and one that, you know, of course, I was the leader after all. So moving into these battles, we're looking at how well these things can survive.
Let's take the beast out.
You were in the pit.
Let's take the
This
beast
girl
out.
is just trying way too hard.
Get ready for battle.
It says very pink.
Yeah,
Apparently
that's
there's
me
something wrong with my
complaining
game.
about the pink
It
again.
says very pink.
Plasma bomber spotted.
Again, it really seems like the bombers are the ones that really take out everybody on these domination matches, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, death match.
Plasma bomber spotted.
Sent him down like an angry comet.
Killing the leader.
So anyway, pit battles are fun, but we'll move on to some regular gameplay here. And here I'm platooning with a couple buddies of mine. Alan Slayer and I think it was MW Castle is his in-game name, the other gentleman I was riding with. And they were both running kind of a
This size clear is up to you. There's a plasma up in the air. I don't know where.
They're running plasma healers and or excuse me, not plasma healers, Tesla healers, and they're rolling up and starting to repair my bot, and you guys can see what kind of damage this thing will do if it's got some buddy healers with it.
Nice. I just ate him. Okay, I need some heals from you guys.
Gotta get my guns back.
Oh my god, he's targeting me because he knows I can eat him. I got him again. He's quite damaged. Got him again. I need some heals, guys.
I ran the medic off.
And I believe the bomber up there, the helicopter bomber, comes down and rains terror.
Oh my god, that SMG.
Yep, get the air,
Dude, can you get that air, dude? Because he's really stripping through me.
Yeah, hack and move. Oh.
Damn, they got me.
Can you get some heals? Hold right click, hold right click. Right behind you guys.
I always hold right click.
I wish I was a bomber though. Oops, sorry, hack. I'm gonna bump you in the face. I should really gonna chase that.
Plasma copter spotted.
Go for the bomber.
Your god infusion
Helicopter
tower is
bomber.
under attack.
Not a helicopter bomber.
Medic
Oh my god, he's really weak. Hey buddy.
Your god infusion
Oh
tower
shit,
has been
balls.
captured. You no longer have a
There was snipers almost got me.
I'm being shot to death.
There, no more bubble pussies.
clock cycle booster.
Oh damn, they took the other one tower.
Yeah.
SMG hover spawn.
They keep moving through the air. I can't sit on the ground. Should I go for him?
SMG drone spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack.
I think this is when we went in and took the tower, I'm not quite sure.
Your top fusion tower is under attack. Plasmacopter spotted.
Ouch, that rail really hurts.
Your top
I need my
fusion
turn in.
tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower has been captured.
Ah, they got the other one.
No longer have a clock cycle booster. Plasma bomb.
Yeah, sure, now we got this one back.
SMG tower.
Go for that one.
The bottom
I want to
fusion
get
tower has
sneak.
been
I want.
captured.
Oh my god. Yeah, I should have been a plasma for this one. I didn't know half was gonna be.
Your middle fusion tower is under
Our
attack.
Pegasus. Don't worry, I'm constantly spinning.
SMG hover spotted. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. Plasma bomber spotted. SMG hover. Medic cruiser spotted.
There I had two
Oh my
different
God, I
rails
glanced off of that rock.
shooting into me and a SMG.
SMG
Whatever.
So I pretty much took two full clips and then got bombed by a plasma.
This side's done.
That rail needs to push up.
Yeah, I'm gonna back off. There's too many dudes there.
SMG hover spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
Like up into there.
Rail drone spotted.
I'm gonna move up into there and try and clear it so you guys can take that tower.
Rail flyer spotted. Your bottom
Go,
fusion
I got you
tower
heal.
is under attack. The top fusion tower
Okay,
has
let's
been
go.
captured.
Go. We got all towers. We got all towers.
I want to know what our team is doing.
Plasma bomber spotted. SMG hover
Oh my
spotted.
god.
Medic
How did that
cruiser
not kill
spotted.
him?
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. SMG tank
Here.
spotted.
Hiding.
Plasma
I'm hiding. I
spotted.
can still heal though. Take some
Every time I
cover.
look out here, the only people that are out here are us team.
Okay, let's get out. I can't do much.
Your bottom
No,
fusion
Pegasus,
tower
I
is
said get
under
out.
attack. SMG tank spotted.
I'm
What?
putting cap pressure on him now.
Plasma copter
Oh.
spotted.
Oops, I was talking in platoon chat. That's how come the rail didn't know. Sorry. Okay, rail. Come on guys, let's push their base.
Rail drone spotted.
Look at this SMG pussy.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
The fudge. Bro, you're trying to snipe.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Hack, can you distract? Pegasus, go back.
Your top fusion tower is under attack. Rail drone spotted. Plasma
Moving in.
Yeah, just moving. I'm gonna drop on that railer.
Watch that SMG in the sky to the right.
Plasma copter spotted.
I better take him.
Your bottom fusion tower is under
That
attack.
plasma got me as soon as I killed his teammate. Shoot off his no, you can shoot off his rudders. That hard. Keep them down. Most of our team are still back in base, like especially our two railers.
Rail drone spotted.
What the fuck? Our rail should be pushing up. Especially our
SMG drone
SMGer.
spotted.
Bro. Castle, do you see the dude that our SMGer, right?
Yes, I
Cruiser
see that.
spotted.
He's being stupid.
Plasma bomber spotted.
Here's where we move in and take out everybody.
User disconnected from your channel.
SMG tank spotted.
And just thank you
Wow,
to
you
Alan
just
and
get
the other
flopped.
teammates from the cookie jar too. TeamSpeak.
The enemy plutonium crystal is
Thank you
being
guys for
destroyed.
playing
Well,
with
this
me.
is game, but it was still bullshit.
Rail flyer spotted.
Especially with our team. Like, what are they doing?
SMG drone
Yo, spreading.
I got
Hello.
one thing right there at the last second.
Alright, here I show some
SMG
gameplay of we didn't have a good team and I was kind of going full retard. I had a healer with me, but
Jump
I was
into the
just
pit with him.
overextending.
The top fusion tower has been captured. Your fusion shield.
Kamikaze!
But just watch my bot on how many shells that thing is taking right now.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Well, they're a lot heavier armored than I thought.
Your top fusion tower is under attack. Plasma copter spotted.
Yeah, they're not even worried about you. They're like, kill that fucker!
Your top fusion tower is under
Oh no! I ran from...
Eat bullets for it.
I want that kill! I chased him all over the damn map for it.
Plasma copter spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. SMG
I'm going down. I'm down.
Where did that guy go? He just like straight glitched away from me. Ah, run away!
Try and get back to you, but I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Interceptor spotted.
I'm running. Jump down! Go, go, go! Hide! Oh, you're coming! No! They just got me.
When I got there.
Get out of there! We're able to get. I've been in so many levels where it's just flyer after flyer.
I don't know. Flyers are pretty tough to hit, even with rails.
Oh, I'm dangerous, man.
Really?
If I can get a heal, I don't know where you're at.
I'm trying to heal someone else, and it looks like they just got eaten alive, and so did I.
Ow!
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Team is not the greatest.
Your plutonium
I don't
reactor
die.
is under attack.
They've got so many bombers ordered. I'd say bombers, but flying
Plutonium
units.
reactor is under attack. Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Good riddance.
A terrible defeat. And this is a pretty interesting
Where are you?
situation. I end up going from
You gotta be decent.
here all the way to their cap, and
I
then
smarted
getting
it.
my butt kicked by a weird flyer with plasmas on it. But there was as much.
Yeah, you gotta be under the map. I don't even see you on the map.
Following this
This
like,
particular
crazy
robot
line
is so
of base.
tanky. I was actually able to get all the way
Yeah,
back
you're
to
not on the
cap.
map. That's funny. I don't even see you.
I'm like right next to you, dude.
Medic cruiser spotted. Plasmacopter spotted.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to heal you.
Body
'Cause
fusion tower is under attack.
And then, of course, Robocraft was messing up, and my dedicated healer couldn't even see me in the
You
game.
haven't
Body
even
fusion
respawned.
tower is under attack. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Plasma bomber spotted. Rail hover spotted.
And I gotta say props to this plasma, because I could not believe I could not take out this guy.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. The middle fusion tower has been captured. Clock cycle booster activated. Rail hover spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
The perfect bubble pussy build. You just sit inside your bubble and wreck people because you heal so fast.
You no longer have a clock cycle booster.
Oh, this is some bullshit here.
What?
But I make it all the way back to our cap to heal
SMG tank spotted.
from 37%.
SMG cruiser spotted.
Get to the healers.
Rail hover spotted.
You have no idea why you can't see me.
All I'm trying to do is escape.
Rail hover spotted. Medic hover spotted.
You're literally chasing me.
Really?
Bomber
I
spotted.
couldn't even see you. It's so funny. Thank you, Mary Jess. Yeah, on the white type B, I was like, what does he mean B?
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Thought it was a typo at first.
Kind of shows what extreme triforcing can do, and you know, there's so many ways that you could add in electroplates or anything else to this build, and
But the original build
it's
was
very
the
diverse. But it definitely goes to show how much this thing can take hits. But unfortunately, you know, the game is moving along to the fast movers, the bombers, and the thruster sticks, and all those good guys. You know, they'll still give you a good fight.
Can't even control it.
I really enjoyed this tank and variations of it for sure. And there's a lot of different ways you can put tier 10 treads on it if you want, or if you wanted to, you can even put healer guns on this thing and run it in death matches, and it's awesome. So thanks for watching. Also, if you guys want, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be putting some more builds. I'm going to be working on a cool helicopter bomber that is absolutely just very hard to bring down.